Shalom, Apostle Tahar coming back at you with the truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. 2017, the year of death, destruction, and diligence. You notice I have the little pause there on the diligent part because there's two things happening there. You got your death and destruction, and the ones of you that are woken up, it's time for you to be diligent. Because you lukewarm niggas, the Most High, He gonna get rid of you. Alright? And you niggas in GMS, any of you niggas, you people that crept in unawares, Most High gonna get you too. You guys that, when it comes to do the work, it's like a chore. To you, the Most High is not dealing with you. Point blank, period. Anyway, I'm dealing with the death and destruction part. 2017, death and destruction. Everybody's been talking about so-called Bishop Eddie Long. Hell, I put up a video like 10 hours ago, and that's almost 2,000 hits. I ain't get that many hits in 10 hours in a long time, because it's the title that you put up. Yeah, certain people are praising me, other people are talking shit about me. Anyway, that's good. That's good. I'll take the good and the bad. Anyway, Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, which is America. I shouldn't even say we believe it's America. It might be. It's America. Babylon the Great is America. The daughter of Babylon is America. When you read in the book of Revelation, when you read the book of Isaiah, Isaiah 13 verse 5. And Isaiah the 13th chapter is it goes in on this whole destruction thing. The same goes for Isaiah the 34th chapter, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. As a matter of fact, let me go to that. Bear with me for a minute. How am I going to do this? Okay, this is Jeremiah. Jeremiah 50 verse 1. The word that Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldees by Jeremiah the prophet. Now, as I have said before, the prophets, when you read about all the various prophets, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Zephaniah, Obadiah, Micah, Joel, just to name a few. The Most High gave them prophecies. In other words, they saw these visions and wrote them down. But they didn't understand these prophecies. Let me say that again. These great prophets did not understand these prophecies. When Jeremiah received the prophecy, and also Isaiah, that received the prophecy of Babylon being destroyed, well, they were thinking about the current Babylon. They didn't understand or know that it was talking about America. It says the second verse, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. So that's why we go out there week after week. We do the sit downs. You know, here it is in the middle of the winter where all these other Israelite groups, for the most part, they take the whole winter off, and they'll put up videos that they did maybe 6 months ago. So that you fools can think, you simpletons can think that they're going out there consistently. Nah, they bringing up old videos, man. Here we are at Great Millstone. We still out there. Grinding. And like King Marshall used to say, give me one word for what, like if he was here, give me one word for what Great Millstone is doing. Grinding. In other words, the work. The work. And the work is going out there on the highways and the byways, making full proof as far as pushing this ministry, this truth. And no one does it like Great Millstone. And I'm talking about the diligent ones in Great Millstone, not the lukewarm ones. Here we are in the middle of the winter. And the winter, we've been going out in the winter so long. The winter, it hasn't even been cold yet. It's been a little cold, but cold that we can deal with. So we got another, 6 more weeks before March. 6 more weeks and change before March comes in. You know, pushing that word. 2017. Death, destruction, and diligence. It says the second verse, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. What's the standard? When we read out of the scriptures. Publish and conceal not. Don't put it in your pocket. Don't hide it. Say Babylon is taken. Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. So, like I said, Jeremiah thought it was talking about the Babylon of the past, of his time. Which the Babylon of that time was destroyed. But this is going deeper. This is talking about the new Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great, which is the so-called U.S. Third verse, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate. And that never happened. As far as the ancient Babylon is concerned, because after the Babylonian Empire was taken down, it became a province of, the Medes and later the Medo-Persian Empire. Because when ancient Babylon was taken down, it was taken down by the orders of Darius the Mede, and none shall dwell therein. And people dwelt in there after Nebuchadnezzar's son was killed. Belshazzar. It became a province of the Median Persian and Mede Empire, excuse me, or Media Persian Empire. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. It says, 4th verse, in those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, when Babylon is taken down, the children of Israel, which is the kingdom of Israel, because Israel is broken up into two nations, the kingdom of, or two kingdoms, the kingdom of Judah, which is the southern kingdom, and the kingdom of Israel, which is the northern kingdom. It said, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh, the Most High. So that didn't happen back then. The kingdom of Israel didn't come back among the tribe of Judah during that time period. We're talking approximately 2,500, 2,600 years ago. And I was thinking about, this destruction of Babylon the Great. Now currently, the population of the U.S. is approximately about 330 million. So I would say well over 200 million will be destroyed. There's going to be 200 million plus spirits that's going to shoot up into the spirit world. And that's going to be, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is coming back as the biggest mass murderer in the history of the planet Earth. That's the Grim Reaper. When you read about the children of Israel and the land of Egypt, that was the Grim Reaper. So the Grim Reaper is coming back. And he's going to mass murder the people on this soil here. At least 200 million people in America, not to mention the millions and the hundreds of millions and possibly billions that are going to die around the world. Mass murder. Isaiah 13 verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And that whole land is talking about Babylon the Great. 6th verse. Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. So it's not too far in the future. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, including Donald Trump with his big mouth, and every man's heart shall melt. Because Trump called for a nuclear weapons race against the Russians. And they're going to do it. They're going to build up missiles. I'm going to jump down to the 9th verse. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Who are the sinners? You is 2/3 of Israel. Jump down to the 11th verse. And I, the Most High, will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked, which is Esau, the Edomites, for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And that's this man and his military. And they sipping on that Trump juice right now. But everything gonna change. Everything gonna change. Let me go to Revelation 11 verse 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And that's talking about here in America. And ultimately, all of Babylon the Great shall be destroyed, and shall never be inhabited again. And we read that in Jeremiah. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Now the number 7 signifies completion. So 7,000 mean every person on the soil of Babylon the Great shall be destroyed. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. So we're going to give glory to the Most High of heaven. So, destruction is coming. Let me go to one more scripture. And you walk around, you see people, and you can see that they're dazed, man. They have no clue as to what's going to happen, man. These people will have no clue as to the fact that they're going to have to take that microchip, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation 13. Now, if you're following any other Israelite group out there and they're teaching otherwise, well, go ahead and stay with them, man. And maybe that false teacher will convince you to take that chip. And now once you take that chip, you're going to be in a world of shit. And we ain't going to feel sorry for you. So go ahead and follow that fool. Revelation 20 verse 7. 2017, year of death, destruction, and diligence. Revelation 20 verse 7. And when the 1,000 years were expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog. Gog and Magog is mentioned in Ezekiel 37 chapter. You can read that. And it's talking about this time. Gog and Magog represents Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. That's referring to great armies coming together in the Middle East. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints. The camp of the saints is the land of Israel in the Middle East. That's where the war of Armageddon is going to take place. And the camp of the saints are also the Israelites. Camp of the saints about and the beloved city. So we are the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. 10th verse. And the devil, which is the spirit, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, and the devil that deceived them. It's not talking about the guy on the hot sauce bottle. It's talking about you Edomites, you elite among Esau. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast, which is NATO and the EU, the false prophet, these false religions starting with the Roman Catholic institution and all of his daughter churches, are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Now that's not talking about that hell that's not talking about an actual hell that you burn forever, or Satan is down there like in the movie Little Nicky. Okay, this is a good one. It just went to it. Revelation 19 verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So you're going to take the mark of the beast because you're going to be deceived by this system. And them that worship his image. Now, Senior Elder Barak from the HODC said that that's talking about, because I guess he believes at one time he said Barack Obama is going to remain president, and then we're going to find out that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, but now he's changing his tune. So he now, I guess he believes that Trump is going to actually be president. And he said that the image that Donald Trump or whatever leader is in power is going to set up a statue of himself, and that we're going to have to bow down to it. That shows you want to listen to these guys and these other bootleg camps, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Now that's parabolic. It really means that the missiles and the angels led by Yahushua and the ships, the chariots of Israel, are going to be shooting laser beams out of their ships, and the missiles will be dropping on this place that you call America. Okay, this is Revelation 20 verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Now, you ask any so-called Christian, born againer, what is a lake of fire in the book of Revelation? They'll tell you hell. Well, then you ask them this. Well, can you break the scripture down to me? How in the hell can you cast hell into the lake of fire and death? So somebody going to pick up death, throw him in the lake of fire, and another angel or the same angel is going to pick up hell and cast hell into hell. How in the hell can you do that? '15th verse. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So I'm looking to be in that book of life. That's why I'm diligent about this thing. Unlike you lukewarm people out there. Most High gonna get rid of you lukewarm niggas, man. And GMS. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom 2017. The year of death, destruction, and diligence. Shalom.